Hello, this is Stampy, and welcome to another Let's Play on... Oh, that was weird. They whispered it. Super Mario Maker. Right, this is going to be the second level, which I'm going to be making for Wizard Keen, and that means we're going to be doing it in the style of Super Mario Bros. 3. And this is going to be a bit of a weird one. Okay, so I decided to do a little bit more of a, kind of more of like a puzzle level, I guess, than a real Mario Maker level. So rather than it being about jumping or battling, it's more going to be about working out how to get to the end. And seeing as Wizard Keen's a wizard, I thought I would have lots of wizards. So I think probably the only enemy I'm going to have are these little wizard fellows, and I can have some normal sized ones, and I think at the end I'm going to have a boss, which is going to be a bit of a super-sized one as well. But first, we need to make sure that it is actually a puzzle. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of block off the ending a little bit. So if I kind of build something up here like this, this basically means that he's not going to be able to get to the end of the level straight away. So let's make this look like something cool. I don't know, let's just do something like this, put some ice in, and let's just kind of play around for a bit, just to make it so this doesn't look boring. We can put a, not a spike, let's put, is there something cool? Maybe something like with this we could add in. Can I shake this around? And ooh, here we go. Oh no, it got rid of it. If I destroy some of these blocks, you still won't be able to get through, but I could add something like that, and there we go. So this is going to be blocking the end, but there will be a door. And the door is going to be at the top in the middle there. So basically, the aim of the game is to get through this door. Well, to get through this door, and so I can come out at this door up here. So here is where I guess we can have the final boss. The problem, though, with those wizards is that they teleport. So if I had the boss kind of just spawn straight away in, then it would probably just go and teleport straight after me. So I kind of want a way to make it so the boss kind of just appears when he arrives. I guess if I move this back a little bit further, I could, on the floor, add these blocks, and when he jumps on the top of them, it would make it so that the wizard appears. And so there's no reason why he needs to jump on it, but I reckon the chances are that he will anyway, because if he sees it, he'll probably be a little bit curious. So I guess at the end, he will come and jump down here, land on this, and then, oh no, the giant wizard, run away! And then he can go and just make his way over here. So this is kind of the wizard battle area right about here then. So yeah, let's go. This is basically the end of the level pretty much done now. Let's go and do all of the rest of it then. So the main mechanic I'm going to be using is these doors. These doors, and then the invisible blocks as well. I want to play around with them quite a lot. So basically, I want him most of the level at the bottom anyway to look pretty blank until he gets to the end. So he'll run across the bottom, he'll see this, see the door, and he'll know that is where he's trying to go. And so then a little bit further back here, I am going to have a floating door, which is going to be about here, and then underneath it, there's going to be an invisible block. So basically, once he's got to the end, he's probably going to try and jump and get through the door like this, and then, oh! Aha, a block appears. And I'll actually do some on the other side here as well, just to guarantee that he gets it. And then basically, he can go and go through this door, which will take him somewhere else. So even though it might seem a bit difficult to work that out, because there's going to be like literally nothing else for him to do, the chances are he's going to go and start jumping around at that door anyway. And so then we can have the other door, which could be somewhere over here. But the problem is that if he goes through this door, he's just going to drop down. And so if I add here a few blocks underneath, then that way he can try and go and jump and spawn in the blocks underneath this one, so then he can actually go and get underneath the door. Well, actually, I guess he only needs the block directly underneath the door. So if I do it a little bit closer like this and add this one here, then that way all he needs to do is hit this one and go up and then hit that one. And then if he goes and then goes through the door, he can now get to here, and then he's kind of got up to this section, and I could now allow him to be able to jump somewhere higher up the level, because most of the things are going to be built much higher up, so then that way he can't try and get them from the beginning of the level. So tell you what, let's go and add another one of these in, because these are pretty cool, these windows. I could kind of go and make a, whoa! This looks cool, actually. I could add, I don't know if it's a bit too overpowering, actually. Let's try one of the other styles. If I shake these things, I can get different styles. So I get some columns. Then there's this big thing. Let's go and add the columns in, because they're not too overpowering. So let's go and add some columns in along here. And so then this way, once he gets to this door, all he needs to do is do a simple jump up in order to get up to there. But the problem is every time I test it, I need to go and break all of these other blocks in as well, which is a little bit of a pain, but oh well. Let's go and get that one in there. And then I can go and jump up to here. It's kind of hard to see, actually. I might move this a little bit lower because the camera doesn't really move very well. The camera doesn't like moving, so let's just do this a little bit lower so we can see that this is where he's going to have to go. And let's try and work out the next puzzle. I promise you, I have not worked out these puzzles in advance. I'm kind of, apart from that door mechanic, I'm going to be making these up as we go along. So I kind of like the idea of using more of these invisible blocks. And actually, I am going to go and be sneaky, and I'm going to add in a couple wizards here as well. And actually, I should give him the ability to be a wizard as well. So if I put a fire flower at the very beginning, then that way he's essentially becoming a wizard that can shoot these magic fireballs. And then if the other wizards come in, he can go and go, "Aha! Fire blast!" and go and take them out. Very nice. Right then. So let's go and try and add the next puzzle in then. I could do something with these blocks. These are quite fun because you can kind of boing them. If I hit them, you see they kind of bounce up whatever's above me. And I kind of like the idea of him needing to get something from here, but he needs to kind of boing it in order for it to get up. So what I could do is if I do this thing here, it could be kind of firing off springs somewhere, and maybe he needs to try and get the spring. Maybe that could be what the idea is. So if I do a conveyor belt here as well, but then if I add in some invisible blocks, maybe then he needs to do it. No, that's not going to work, is it? Because I kind of want the spring to be kind of dropping off to nowhere, but I don't want him to be able to grab it when it's down there, because otherwise he's going to be able to cheat. Does this make sense? In my head, this puzzle makes sense, but I don't know whether it actually does in reality or not. Tell you what, there could just be items that are dropping out and are going into this section here, and then if we just go and build up the wall a little bit on this side as well, like this, and let's do it a little bit wider, and I can maybe kind of fill in this area here. If I fill it in a little bit more, I think it just looks a little bit nicer as well. So let's go and do that. And so then this way, there's going to be the spring is going to be kind of making its way to that area from here. So when he gets up, oh no, fell down, my bad. Let's go and get back up here. Yeah, so when he gets to here, the spring should drop down. It doesn't look like it is. I think that maybe this is too high up. So let's move this a little bit lower down. So then this way, he's going to be able to see. Oh no, he still can't see it. You really can't see much above. Can I see it if I do it to this height, though? I can see it, and there we go. The spring gets down to here, and you can see I can kind of bounce it. I can kind of bounce the spring up a little bit higher. This isn't really helping me much, though. What about if I did this move? Oh, no, I've got to go into create mode. What about if I did the spring maybe in here? And then that way, it could be maybe not the spring he's trying to get. Oh, actually, maybe it could be another spring. Maybe this conveyor belt could go all the way to here, and then he needs to spring it up, maybe? I am literally just experimenting. This is kind of the fun thing about this game, is you can spend a lot of time just playing around with the mechanics and seeing what happens. So this spring would make its way down to here, but I can't get it. But then I could spring it up with another spring, which is springing it up even higher. And I guess maybe now that would help me get it. I'm not sure. If I'm here, if there's a spring here and I'm actually on top of it, can you pick it up? Maybe he does need to pick it up. But if you're standing, if it's here, he can't pick it up. Oh yeah, look, he can't pick it up if it's down here. So maybe he does need to pick up a spring, but he needs it to get springed up by another spring in order to get it. That could be what the actual puzzle is. So let's try and make it more of a challenge to try and spawn in this spring, which is going to be down here then, shall we? I kind of want it to be more difficult in order to get to this area here somehow. So how could we make a challenge for him to get across here? Well, let's not worry about that for now. Let's just try and work out why he is going to even need the spring and a way for him to get to it. Maybe he needs to go round this side in order to get... Actually, no, that side should be blocked off. Let's go and kind of block this off here, maybe. Then this way he can't go down in this direction, because this is going to be really just the only where the springs come from. So let's go and try and block this off as much as possible. I'm just doing it up to the ceiling just so it looks a little bit nicer like that. And so then this way he needs to come up to here, then he needs to go and try and grab the spring, which is going to be going up, and it'd be really hard for him to get in here anyway, because he's going to be bouncing up and down and all sorts. Actually, I guess he could go like this, and can he jump through that little gap? Yeah, he can just about. I want to make sure that he can't jump through that gap. What about if I added one of these things in? If I added this thing in here, then this way he wouldn't be able to jump down, but I think the spring would still be able to make its way up. So let's go and test this out. This is becoming a rather complicated puzzle, and it worked though. Look, the spring does make its way up, but he doesn't fall down. So then this way he would be up here, and he would have the spring on him. So now I guess I need to make a high platform that he can use in order to try and get up. So I could go and add in a few more of these question mark blocks up here, but he normally wouldn't be able to jump to get them. And then that way he needs to try and use them. I think that might be a little bit too vague though, so I will go and add an arrow in here, and then another platform leading off in this direction. So then that way it's pretty obvious that that's where he needs to go. And let's add some coins in as well, just to really drive home that this is the direction that he is supposed to be heading in. And I'm going to be a little bit mean as well, and I'm going to go and add a wizard inside of one of these as well. So this way he can get to this area, but he needs still a way to get up to the top here. So I could do another door, I guess. Well, I guess another pair of doors in order to get up there. And I'll tell you what, how about for this puzzle here, we use these to kind of block off this area here, like this. And if we change these to something else as well, and actually tell, but we could do a question mark for this one as well. And then these can be normal bricks like this to here. And then this way, oh no, he needs to hit that. So that has to be like this here. And so the springs would normally be falling down to here. But then these could be turned to coins, which is how he gets past these. So I could add a P block. So not a power block, sorry. And it needs to be a P block in order for him to be able to go and pick up all of these as coins. So they could kind of be somewhere else, I guess. And now I just need to decide a devious place to hide them. So I could add another thing up here somewhere. It'd be kind of nice to go there. So maybe instead of going this way, the obvious way, he could also go up this way somewhere as well. So maybe if I added some here. Like this. Oh, I forgot that I was going to fall down there. Let's make my way up then and see whether that's possible. There is going to be a wizard that I'm going to have to try and deal with now. Can I get him? There we go. The wizards aren't actually too tough. As long as you take them out quickly, which he should be able to do with the fire flower, they shouldn't be too difficult. So I now can get up here, and then if I jump up to there, it's a little bit tricky actually to jump and land on that edge there. Let me go and give it another go, and I'd also need to give some indication that is where you are supposed to go, because otherwise I think at this point he would be completely lost. So there we go. It is possible, but is maybe slightly too tough. So let's make this a little bit thinner, shall we? And then let's go and move it a little bit along, and then I think that way it would be easy enough. And then that could be where I put another one of the old doors then. So let's go and add this in here. Like this. And so then tell you what, there could maybe be the power block could maybe come out of another pipe that comes from here. Then maybe there could be these two pipes, and then that way he'll never run out of the not the power blocks, the P button switches things, whatever they're called. So this could maybe be here, and then it needs to not fall straight down. So if it's a little bit more to the side, and we had another conveyor belt, which was, actually no, it can't be a conveyor belt, can it? It needs to be proper solid blocks, so it doesn't fall down. So these could be here, and then that way he needs to break these in order to get up to where there could be a door, which is going to be here. And then I just need to find a good place to hide this door somewhere. I could just put the door right here, I guess. And so that way he would get up to here, and he would go through it, and then he would fall down and then realize that he needs to go and place a block underneath there so he can get the power block. And then he needs to really quickly get down here to get the coins, to hit the spring, to hit the other spring, to get up here so we can go and jump up to the top up here. There we go. It's absolutely simple, isn't it? Oh dear, this is maybe getting a little bit too confusing. And you know what? I don't even think I need the coins because there's the platform up there. I think it's kind of obvious where it is that you are supposed to go anyway. So let's go and let's block off this area here, I think. I don't want him kind of heading anywhere further in this direction. And I could try and fill this in. I kind of want it just to look cool, I guess. So I want to go and just add in some cool touches maybe. Maybe if I did these around the outside, I could maybe add something different on the inside, just to make it look a little bit more interesting. Let's just add some ice in here, just to make this area look a little bit different. Because I think until now it's all been a little bit samey. So then now he's going to be at the top here. And I guess I should probably think about wrapping the level up a bit, simply because I am almost running out of time. Is there one more cool puzzle I can think of requiring these doors? I'm not sure if there is. I think I should have another door on the end here. And because there's really only one way he can go, I don't think I really need the coins anymore. So I can get rid of them. And there could be a door here, but maybe this door could take him. It could take him down here, maybe. We could have another room down here. Oh, no, we could lock him inside of here. There could be a door here, and maybe it just gets him stuck, and he needs to just try and work out a way in order to get out of this area here. Maybe instead of the ice, I told you I didn't plan this. I told you that I am literally making it all up on the fly. Yeah, so maybe instead of this ice, there could be the door, which could be down here. And he needs to try and work out some way to get out of this room. And I'm not sure what it could be. I could have a hidden power block, maybe. And I believe that these blow up these. And so maybe we could have some of these here like this. And if he hits that one, there we go. There's a power block. And then maybe the challenge is to work out a way of actually setting it off. But first, let's test and let's see whether the... oh, no, I didn't mean to get rid of the power block. Yeah, let's see whether the power block does actually destroy the blocks that I want it to destroy. I think that it should, but let's go and experiment anyway. So if this power block was here, let's go and jump on it and see whether it does destroy it. And, oh, jumping on it, I think, do I need to throw it? Oh, no, it doesn't destroy it. It didn't destroy these. Does it destroy ice? I thought it destroyed some things, but I guess it doesn't destroy that. Oh, it doesn't destroy the ice either. I don't think there's really anything else that it would be able to destroy. I really like that mechanic. And oh, I've ran out of doors as well. So I guess I am not having any more doors here then. There's got to be another cool puzzle that I can do, though, in order to try and break his way out of here. I'll tell you what, I could do it's kind of a puzzle that I've done before, but it could be that he needs to try and break away some of these blocks. Maybe there could be some bombs that keep coming out, and he needs to try and break his way through there. I think that would be able to work okay. That might be all right then. So maybe there could be, I really don't want to use any other enemies. What's another way that this brick could get broken, though? That's the question. Apart from the power blocks, which I now know don't work, I feel like it'd be nice that a nice thing that he needs to try and just break his way out of this room, and then the final door I could maybe outside of here, and then he needs to go through that, and then that will get him to the end of the level. So if I kind of do this here, I now just need to work out a way for him to be able to break his way through there. I think it might have to be a bomb or something. I think there could maybe be a bomb hidden in one of these, and then that way it would be a pretty simple way for him to be able to work out how to get across. So let's just go and test out the level as it is, and see whether so far it's okay. So I get the fire flower. Out come the evil wizards. I can go and take these out. But of course, he wouldn't immediately try and start heading up. He would probably run across here and go, oh, there's nothing here, and I can't get to the end of the level. And he would then need to go and work his way back. And then he would definitely figure out the thing with the door. And he would now need to work out how to get the block underneath this door. I'm having a bit of trouble. It's actually really hard. I think it might be harder when you're bigger, actually. It is possible, though. It is possible to do it. And then he's going to come here and he's going to be like, oh, what's going on here? If I go through here, I end up through this door, and that's no good. And so he needs to go and hit that. And, oh, look, you can see that the spring has just fallen down there as well. So he goes through this door, and then, oh, no, that was the wrong door, wasn't it? I need to go through. It was this door, wasn't it? I go through. Is that what I went through? Oh, no, I didn't go through that door last time. And there we go. Now I get the P block, and that turns all of this into the coins, so I can go and gather up all of these. And then I needed to hit this. Ah! I thought I had a spring. Oh, I didn't put the spring back in. Okay, let's try it from when I get the P block, and let's try again. Actually, no, it's not going to work from there because these are all here. So let's just kind of try and test this mechanic out. So this makes the spring come out, and then that's going to fire the other spring up. And then, yep, that spring will be up here. I'm not going to do it now because I'd have to do the whole thing again. But then that would allow me to bounce and get up to the top here. So let's just test this section at least then. So I need to go and keep jumping like this. Trying to get across here. And then, oh no, there goes the other evil wizard. And actually, this bit could be made impossible. I guess I need to get rid of those there. And, oh, this could be quite good. And then let's try and move all of this across. And then that way I could do it so he actually needs to then move the spring. That could be quite a cool way of doing it. So then that way, if I go and build this across here like this, then that way he's going to go and hit those few here. And then he would need to move the spring across in order to get up to this level here. Because he would go like this and he would start bouncing on all of these like this. He would then need to grab the spring and then put it down on this side, and then he would be able to try and bounce up to the top. I'm really bad at using these springs. Oh, actually, oh no, he could just jump up to this side. I do want to make it so that wouldn't be possible to do either. So how about we just leave one gap kind of in the middle of this area here, which he's actually going to be able to jump through. So let's get rid of that spring for now and carry on the rest of the level. So I'd get to here. I'd then go through this door, which would take me to here, and then I need to go and try and break my way through here, and here comes the bomb. I need to land on that, and which will blow a way through this door. I then go through this door, and then I come out here. I land on this, which is going to spawn in the big wizard. I don't want to face it. Oh, look, it's just bouncing up and down. I'd run, and that's the end of the level. So that's pretty much how it's going to be. I realize, though, that with the bomb, there's a chance for this area to be a failure. If I added another P thing in here, I could make it so that he gets the P, but then he needs to try and work out a way to actually set it off. But I'm not sure what that would be. Oh, actually, if I then came back through here, does the P stay where it was? Oh no, the P disappears as well. I had an idea of maybe there'd be a way to knock it from the top. But it doesn't seem like there's going to be able to. I think I need to redesign this section here. This is the part that really isn't working. The rest seems okay. But this area really is not working properly. So I kind of need to decide another way of doing things. I could do it so that the bombs are continually falling out. And then that would make it so he doesn't run out of them. But I still don't think that that is really a very nice way of doing things. Oh, how about if that there's continual P blocks. I keep calling them P blocks, but that's not really what they're called, but you know what I mean. There's continual P switches, so I call them buttons, dropping out of here. And then here, there could be rows of different coins, as well as the normal bricks. And then he needs to keep switching them in order to make his way through. Does that make sense? If I move these a little bit further across here like this, then that way there can be a bit of a gap. So if these are here like this, and then I add these ones in between like this, and then that way he kind of needs to go and break his way through them all. So this is going to drop down like this. And then I land on this, and then that way I can pick up these coins, and then I kind of need to keep doing it. I then need to wait for the time to go, and then the coins will appear again, and then I need to grab those coins, and I basically need to alternate between them in order to get through the door. So if I then do that, there we go. That's quite a nice little puzzle. I like that. And then I realized that there's a big, huge gap here, so I might move the end of the level a little bit forward. But apart from that, I think it is pretty much done. So sorry that I spent so long building it, and I spent a lot of time thinking about it rather than just building it. So as always, I'm going to kind of keep testing it. And I'm going to kind of probably change it a little bit and maybe rebalance it and make it look nicer as well. And then I'm going to send it over to Wizard Keen so he can play it. But coming up next is going to be me playing the Keen that Wizard has made for me. What? The Keen that Wizard has made for me? The level that Wizard Keen has made for me. So that is going to be coming up right about now. Okay, here's Wizard Keen's level. And it looks like it's called a Leap of Faith.
This worries me a little bit, and I can now see why it's called Leap of Faith. I'm also extra worried because I looked at the level and it said that over 200 people attempted it, but only 3% of them were able to complete it. But let's do the old Leap of Faith then, shall we? Oh, look, there we go. I was able to survive very briefly. I was very briefly able to survive, and there we go. We can see where everyone else has died. What happens if I just drop? Oh, okay. That kind of one. I kind of want to see what's inside of all of the question mark blocks. So let's go and do the old drop again. All right, let's just jump a little bit because there are flames as well, and I don't want to land on top of any of the flames. So let's try and do this. And oh, did I fall? Oh, I fall through the side of that wall. So it is a leap of faith, but it is a pretty dangerous one there. I assumed it would be a little bit safer, but there we go. I've got down to the first one, and there we go. This one has It did have a mushroom in, but I wasn't quick enough to get the mushroom. That one has a Goomba in. Is it going to get killed by the fire? And I know this last one has an evil turtle in, so let's ignore that one, and let's go up this way. I wonder if I'm going to have to do another leap of faith, do you reckon? Let's try and keep jumping up here. I think as they're going down, I can jump up, but when they're going up, I can't. So let's see if I get something else nice here. Okay. I got that. I think it's called the Tanuki suit or something. I haven't played this Mario very much, so I'm not sure. So I think I need to do another leap of faith, and I can kind of fly like this, and then, I nearly got to those next platforms. I think that might be what I'm supposed to do, though. So let's go for a much bigger leap of faith, and let's see how far I can get on this one. There we go. I got all the way to here, and now let's try and, as quick as I can, try and jump up these. So as I mentioned, though, I can only jump up when they're going down. I should be able to get to the next one, and there we go. I can now go and get this, and I'm going to wait until this is at the very top. So I'm going to wait for it to go down again, and I'm going to jump up to here. I could actually probably jump on top of these. There we go. Now I could probably get some even greater height. I'm kind of flying on the top of the screen, and oh no, I missed that. Can I get to the platform? Okay, I think I need to go and try and land on those the skull platform things, because once you land on them, they kind of gradually move across. So I think I might go for them, and let's go for this mushroom as well. But let's go for it once the fire's gone. There we go. I was able to get the mushroom. This should just help me out in case I accidentally get hit by any of these cannonballs. I didn't know whether being bigger would make it easier to jump up here, but it doesn't seem to make like much of a difference. Let's go and try and jump up now. I can go and get this. So let's not worry about going from the top, because I'm actually not trying to go as far as I have been going. I really just want to land on here, and I need to keep avoiding the cannonballs, but this is going to drop. Eventually, this is going to drop down. I can stay on it and then try and land on one of these. And oh, look, they seem to both be going together. Am I going to have to do another leap of faith here? And I thought that was going to go off the bottom of the screen then. I got scared. I can see why a lot of people struggled on this level. It is a very difficult one, and it's always exciting when you've got to a new part of the level you haven't been to before, because you don't know what's going to be coming up. So let's just go and try and charge over here, and let's try and avoid these. And is this the end? Is this the end? Can I do it? Yes! I was able to do another leap of faith all the way to the end. I enjoyed that level. That level was really good fun. So that was Wizard Keen's second level for me, but we're now going to be moving on to Super Mario World, which is going to be the next one we're going to be doing. So that video will be in the description, a link to it if you want to go and check it out once it's online. But for now, I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!